Yo, check this out. Soul Brother #1, Pete Rock. You checking out Producers Podcast with my man Krazy Drayz and the dasefx, baby.
Hey, yo, what's good, y'all? It's your man Krazy to the Drayzy Diggity dasefx with the Producers Podcast. And on today's episode, listen, this brother right here, I mean, it's an honor for me to get this brother on the show. He's done over, as far as I counted, 60 remixes, okay? He's worked with someone, I don't know how he's still awake. This man is so busy. It took me a week to do the research on this brother. And I know him, okay? But listen, he's worked with some of the biggest artists in the world. I'm talking Kanye West, Nas, Run D.M.C. And oh yeah, by the way, he even did this.
Hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Effects. Then we came to rip shit.
Hey, yo, give it up for my man, my Jamaican brother, Pete to the Rock. Yeah.
Peace.
What up, Pete?
What's going on, Drayz? What's going on?
Ain't nothing, man. It's a pleasure having you on the show. You know what I'm saying?
No
Word
doubt.
up. Hey, yo, Pete.
Yes.
First of all, you know, we both come from Jamaican backgrounds.
Of course.
You know, I was born in Jamaica. My pops is my whole, you know what I mean? So all I got to do is, where I going with? Where I'm start?
Everything.
That's as most as I'm going to give you, because right about now, by this time of my life, I'm like a born Jamaican.
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, I mixed with a little Jamaican too.
You already know. Hey, yo, I got to start out by saying congratulations on being inducted into the museum, the gala, the whole thing in DC. I just saw you down there. So
thank you, bro.
Congratulations on that.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, you know, how was that?
You know what I'm saying? I was like humbled, you know what I'm saying? And enjoyed the whole night, you know, and seeing you guys and seeing Nice and Smooth and Kid Capri and you know, Kaz and Kumo D, everybody that got honored, man. It was an honor to be amongst them, you know.
I consider you one of these rare dudes, Pete. Like, you a triple threat. You produce, you DJ, and then you over here trying to take my job, bro.
No, I'm not.
You rhyme, bro.
No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? With the rapping, it's just like when I make beats, it's like sometimes the beats make me want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but not everybody could pull it off. You understand what I'm saying? You got a little bit of, I'm like, yo.
That's in all of us, bro. Like, you know, the Island Boys got some things going on.
We got some things
in the bloodstream. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I always wanted to say that to you, like, you got bars.
Yes, sir.
And it's not even that you got bars, you got delivery.
Thank you,
you know
brother.
What I'm saying? And I can tell you, Pete, you a real student of the game.
I make beats because, you know, the way I want to hear rappers rapping over my beats, I'm like, yo, you got to ride that, bro.
Because, I mean, us in the industry, we know Pete Rock, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people outside the industry, they're familiar with Pete Rock, because who don't know Pete Rock and CL Smooth, you understand what I'm saying? But let me just take it back from the beginning with you. So you was born in the BX and then you moved to Mount Vernon? Okay.
And have two, everybody from the Bronx, you know, and we moved to Mount Vernon. And you know, kind of made our bones in the town.
We parallel a lot of ways. Your pops was a DJ.
Yeah.
Right? And my pops used to buy a lot of records. You know what I mean?
So did mine.
Right. And my pops is the one that introduced me to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So I know he was kind of instrumental. Let me talk to me about your pops like that. How instrumental was he?
My pops was like, he played cricket. He was like a cricket champ, got trophies and all that, and had a club in the Bronx called Wembley that he used to DJ at. But he brought records from Jamaica. Like, he was collecting records then, you know what I'm saying? And going straight to the distributors like Joe Gibbs and all them, and going to grab it fresh off the plant and all that, and came with records to the Bronx. And then as his collection grew, you know, my interest grew, you know what I'm saying? And he was pretty proud of me once he seen my progression and my ambition on what I want to do with music and stuff. I remember one time when Reminisce came out, he was looking at the cover. He just kept staring at the cover, but he didn't see me on the side, you know, coming down the stairs in the basement. I guess he didn't hear me.
Okay.
And I was just watching him like, wow. He looked proud, you know what I'm saying? So
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, you know, with him, a lot of my ambition came from what he showed me.
I heard you tell a story one time that you were stacking up his records.
Yeah.
And he came home and saw you with the records. Then he was like, let me show you how to do this.
Yeah. He's like, this is not how you take care of a record. And he's just telling me how I should hold the record and put it back in the jacket. He even told me, like, you know, when you want to play a record, put the jacket on with the record. Like, you know, you have to have the jacket under the 45 and put the whole joint on and play.
Boom. So Pete, you said you're coming down the stairs and you see your pops checking out the album cover.
Yeah, and he's looking like he's proud of, or he's in disbelief, or he's like, wow, like, you know. And I'm looking at him like, you know, with a tad of emotion, like, you know what I'm saying, letting him know, like, you know, you thought I was hustling or doing some bad things in the street, but I was going to the rooftop, Union Square. I was doing all that stuff at a young age, coming in the crib 3-4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But all for hip hop though. You know what I'm saying? And he thought I was hustling. It's funny.
So Pete, take me from now. You're doing all this you're doing your DJ thing. So when do you transition, and how do you transition into making these beats?
Working with Heavy D on his albums and doing co-production at first with the Big Time album, and then, you know, graduating from that to production, like actually producing a song by myself. You know what I'm saying?
So take me to, and I'm just leading you here, but you are getting your, I don't want to say tutelage, but from Eddie F, because he was the beat guy.
He was the music guy for Heavy D and the DJ. And so he was the first one that I knew with equipment that I could play with. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Heavy's my cousin, so I was always at Eddie F house. And, you know, playing with his, or DJing or practicing or playing with his drum machine, you know, which was the SP12. And he was basically, you know, just saying, this is how you set up making a beat. And once I learned that,
he was off and running.
That's it.
And
you
then
know, I picked up some little tricks and trades from other people on the way, but
okay.
You know.
So the SP12, you said?
Yeah, the SP1200.
12. That's what I'm about to say. 12.
But the SP12 was first. I played with that, and then he had the 1200, which was like the graduation from the 12, because the 12 you had to have a separate hard drive, but with the 1200 it was already a disk drive inside built in.
You had to save when you got your first joint yourself. You saved up your money and, you know, blah, blah, blah.
I just got it from Eddie Up.
You got his?
He let me hold it. I ain't never give it back.
Okay, so now, boom, you're on the way, and I just want to jump in. So you meet CL along the way, right?
In high school.
Okay. What are y'all walking down the hallway, bumping into each other? Well, how does that go?
That was just through a friend of mine, my man Kenny. You know what I'm saying? Kenny, who introduced me to him in school. And that's how that happened. It wasn't like walking down the hall, I see him, see me, yo, what up? Oh, my name is, it was my man, say, yo, my dude, I want you to meet him, you know how to rap, blah, blah, blah. And that's how we met. And
then he said, you know how to do beats? Because he's putting y'all together for what?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, I make beats and I be DJing. They already know what I do from the neighborhood, because I was DJing in the neighborhood too with Eddie F, and then by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And then you formed the group. Let me ask you real quick. So you formed the group. Why is your name first? It just happened like that?
I didn't say put my name first. It just ended up that way, and that's it. Nobody thought nothing of it. I didn't give a fuck if his name was first and mine was last. Either way, it still would have been the dope music.
A dope music, yeah. I always thought like, well, I wonder why Pete Rock's name is first as the DJ. And I know, like, you know, like guys like Grandmaster Flash, and the Furious Five. You know what I'm saying? So I know
Well,
you
I
are
don't
OG.
think it's wrong for the DJ's name to be first, because especially if he's a producer,
correct,
and he's backing his man, why not let the DJ and the producer be in front? But CL is the front man, so
yeah, for sure.
People knew that. I ain't the front man.
For sure. So you get with CL, right? When do you guys start taking it serious? Because he comes over or something, he hears your beats, and then you guys are just rocking.
Yeah, like, you know, he came to the basement, and I started playing some of the music that I was making, and we just started vibing. You know, music is medicine, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when you know what I'm saying? And I had to start getting the hang of doing it, you know, at the time. And so we was just being scientific and working it out. And that's how it happened. Like, you know.
Did Heavy hear your early stuff when you're working with CL like that?
Of course he did.
Got you.
He heard every single thing I ever did. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
What was it like working? And then, hold on. And then what made y'all want to go in the direction now of getting a deal? How did y'all go about that?
It was just it was in the pot of soup, bro. You know what I'm saying? The ingredients. You know, Hav's taken us under his wing and saying, "Yo, look, I got these dudes that are dope." And we went shopping around until we found, you know, Elektra, who's, you know, was signed by Max Roach's son, Raul Roach.
Okay.
And who was working at Elektra, and he signed us or for our basement demos. You know what I'm saying?
You know, you and I were label mates at Elektra.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, of course.
Of course I know.
The world don't know. You know, the world might not know.
Oh yeah,
so,
right.
What'd you play for them that got y'all the deal? What'd y'all play for them?
Our basement stuff. We was doing basement stuff. Joints, just the basement records that we thought were dope to us. You know what I'm saying? They liked it. They liked it.
Yeah, and I know. So you guys come out with All Sold Out, which is the EP, right?
Yeah,
the EP. And
those were some of the demos that we were making. That's on the EP.
Okay.
You know,
Pete, when you're doing All Sold Out, are you digging like through your Pops record collection, or you digging? You got so you're going through your Pop stuff.
Yeah, and doing a little bit of outside digging too.
And your drums, you know for these crazy drums. How do you develop that by the time you did All Sold Out? Where'd you get your flair from?
That's from just like Kool Herc days, bro. You know, cutting and listening to the DJs like Flash and DST and Charlie Chase and all them guys cutting them break beats. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you listen to a bunch of break beats. When you go digging, you find stuff that you didn't know existed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never heard Kool Herc and them use this, or you know, and then, but some of the drum breaks I was using was from those times. You know?
And this is 91 when you guys come out with all. So you guys came out before us because we're in 92, and I got to tell you, Pete, the Creator, it's incredible, bro.
Thank you, bro. Man, that's the get up joint. You know what I'm saying? They make you get up.
If people don't know that joint, they got to go listen to The Creator. I think it's probably, for me, the dopest joint on the album, and you're the one rhyming on it. You understand what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That was crazy because that was Grand Puba's fault.
Tell me. Why is that?
Well, I mean, he made me rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, not on some, you know, but he was just like, you know, I guess he had he took a liking to my voice or whatever. And, you know, he said, "Yo, I got this rap. I want you to rap. I wrote you this rhyme." And then I started learning it, and then ended up doing it.
Grand Puba?
Grand Puba wrote The Creator. He wrote it, yes.
What?
I mean, I was young. I was my first, you know what I'm saying? He wrote it. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope, bro. You delivered, bro.
Yeah, good looking.
Yeah, you delivered, because I'm like, whoever this dude is, he should step from behind that damn turntable, because this boy
but it's all a part of hip hop. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like, if you make beats and you DJ and you rap, that's what hip hop is, man. With graffiti and breakdancing, that's what hip hop is.
Yeah, I feel you. But not a lot of us, Pete, could pull off you know, a lot of it. Yeah, yeah. Yo, if you ever heard me on the turntable, you'd kick me out the studio. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure you probably, from what everyone you've been around, bro. Come on, man.
No,
you know
I picked
including
up
me.
Right. So listen, so All Sold Out comes out and it does well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then
you know, for yeah, it was like, yo, who's these cats? You know what I'm saying? Everybody was just like, yo, who's these dudes?
Yeah, I know I was.
You know I was.
Yeah, trust me. And because y'all came with a new sound, you understand? So you jump right back in the studio or never stopped when you come with Mecca and the Soul Brothers?
Yeah. We after the EP, we just start working on the album. Once we got the deal and was signed, you know, we got hyped and just said, yo, let's just put our foot in it. You know what I'm saying? And we did the EP, then started working on the album. Everything was so much fun to do. You know what I'm saying? Family orientated, everybody hanging out in the studio, and it was fun.
You know, that album's called like one of the greatest albums. I'm sure you know this. It's been called one of the greatest albums of all time. You know what I'm saying,
it, bro?
And it's not even me. It's not even me. I'm falling in line like, yo, yeah, they're right. That is one of the best. Because it came, you know, when that came out, it was a different sound. You know what I'm saying? You had who are you influenced by, beat wise?
It starts with James Brown, bro. You know what I'm saying? It all starts with James Brown. Like I was like in awe of his music and his talent. You know what I'm saying? And so I was always listening to his music, and it does something to you. And then you just, it's almost like it's repetitive in your whole soul, and that never leaves your body until now. Like I'm, and I'm up there. You know what I'm saying? So
I know you met James as a little kid.
Yeah,
right?
I was 7 years old when I met James Brown, and I think in the handshake when he touched me, turned me into something.
I've heard you say that's the night you turned into Pete Rock.
Yeah. For real.
Funny. Yeah.
For real.
He gave you the superpower.
For real, he gave it to me.
Damn. So you guys come, bro, and you drop this freaking album, Mecca and the Soul Brothers. Excuse me, 92. And the lead single is the obvious Reminisce, bro.
Yes, T.R.O.Y.
Yeah, right, yeah. T.R.O.Y. Tell me about finding that sample, bro. Tell me about...
Well, I'm going to tell you about my man first. He was my boy.
Let's go there.
Trouble T.R.O.Y, Troy Dixon. 89 Hillside. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he was like the greatest. And he meant a lot to us. We all loved him in the community. He was a good guy and had the accident would have and it devastated the whole Mount Vernon. And so in honor of him, God, gave me the strength to do that one for him. You know what I'm saying? And man, I'm telling you, man, it's just thinking about everybody and listening to that song, it's a little creepy.
Yeah, that is a moment in hip hop that I remember where I was and everybody, we
lost a lot of people, bro.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Trouble T.R.O.Y, it was a freak accident. And, if you don't know, just Google it and go look it up. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that it's a freak accident. So, you were inspired. So Reminisce obviously came out of that. Yeah. How long after he passed did you make that record? What was it?
Probably like, maybe a year after, if I'm mistaken, or two. I'm not sure, but it was something that we all had to sit with, grieving, and we all had to get over our emotions over this. And then somehow I found just, when I listened to that record, it made me cry, actually, when I listened to the whole thing. And I'm like, that was deep. And I was like, let me play with it. And then once I started playing with it, I was just like, yeah, it was crazy. It was hard making the beat. It was hard making the beat. Like I made the beat, but I'm saying hard emotionally. Like, it was hard emotionally, but I got through it.
And that's a Tom Scott sample.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those who don't know, I always love hearing the original. Like, I wouldn't have the patience to be a producer because I can't play a whole record. I think that's what's special about producers. You gotta love it and be in it, and the record don't have the sample until 2 minutes in, or
Well, you know what people don't realize is with the DJing aspect, you got to treat that with as much respect as the producing, because if it wasn't for DJing, I don't know if I'd be able to produce the way I do with what I learned from DJing. You understand? And then once you start getting the hang of producing, then all the ideas start to, in your head, as far as like, I may be speaking in tongue to you when it comes to this type of thing, because it's like, it's something that you just got to understand what goes on with us, like in our heads and stuff, like we just.
Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, I'm listening.
No, I've heard you say you're almost having a war in your head. Is that true?
Like
with
not
the
a
horns?
war, not a war, but just like, I'm saying, like the ideas, once you having fun with what you're doing, things happen, magic. You know what I'm saying? Like, ideas pop up. Oh, I could use this with this. I could put this sound in there and make it, that type of thing. That producers do, some music shit. You know what I'm saying? And I believe it's a superpower that I have.
I know you a superhero kind of guy because I follow you on IG and you are Mr. Comic Book Man.
Of course.
If I want to know what's going on in the comic book world, I always go to you. Like, yo, okay. Yeah. Because there's a new one. There's a new one coming out now that you posted with The Rock. And I was like, who the fuck is this?
Oh, Black Adam.
Black Adam.
Yeah.
You put me on.
That was a teaser, but I'm waiting for the real trailer.
For real.
I used to love, like, well, Batman is my favorite DC character.
Okay.
Of all, and on the DC level, and then Black Adam was someone that I liked also. You know what I'm saying? All the ones that Superman, but they were all secondary to me behind Batman.
Really? Why Batman?
Batman is a street cat, man. He don't give a flying fuck, and then he's rich. He got chicks, and he be busting niggas' asses. And
and he out the way too. I'm with you on that.
But he has training. He has no superpowers. He got a lot of dope gadgets.
Right.
That's all you really need.
And you can't front on that whip.
Nope. And that Batmobile is
you can't front on that whip.
That whip is nuts.
That nigga pull up in the Batmobile like, okay.
Exactly, bro. Nah, but I grew up a Marvel person. I'm a Hulk. Hulk is my favorite character of all over everybody.
Okay. So listen, Pete, take it back. So unfortunately, Troy passes away. Do you and CL make a conscious decision like, yo, let's make a song, to dedicate it to him?
Yeah, well, CL had lyrics without a beat. That's the part that people probably wouldn't believe. It's like this dude had the lyrics written down. They were only slightly a little different, and then when he got the beat, he made it what it was. He did some changes and made it what it is now.
And then
it's over you. And then when he came to me with the idea, he was like, yo, check this out. He's like, look, he came with the idea. He's like, yo, Troy, right? Then he was like, T.R.O.Y. They reminisce over you.
Crazy.
He came up with that title. And I was like, oh. I just kept saying, oh my God, yo. And then that crazy beat, I said, and then once we mixed the song, because Charlie Brown from Leaders of the New School was there.
Oh yeah?
When I was mixing the record.
Okay.
And we was, after when the mix down, we was listening to it and everybody started crying. Everybody's tears and their wet faces, bro. And I left the room. I was just like, I lost my man. Shit was crazy. I said, I got on my knees. I cried. This record is crazy. It haunted me for a little bit. I couldn't listen to it for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Pete, being that you such a nice MC, did you ever want to spit on that?
Not on that.
Nah.
That T.R.O.Y was just too perfect on that. Nah, it's things that I won't even touch, bro. I'm only gonna touch what I want to touch. You know?
For sure. And I'm serious, bro. Like, you are one of the better. I don't even want to call you an MC, DJ, MC. I think you know how to put and where to put words together. How do you make the decision on what to rhyme on?
Call me hip hop, like Harris.
Okay. Got you. Yeah.
Like the blast master, you feel me? But like, it's the elements that's important. Like I mentioned, DJing, you know, I learned a lot from that, a lot of tricks to the trade, from beat juggling to, you know, precision and timing and all that stuff. Those are all ingredients for beat making. So if you just think you're gonna wake up today and just jump into beat making,
forget about it.
Without the knowledge of DJing, you know, it may not tend to last for that person. You know, because that's how important it is. I mean, you know, people may have their other different opinions on it, but I'm telling you from experience.
Pete, who picked that as the first single? Was that the label, or you guys brought it to them?
I don't even remember, bro. I think it was probably the label was loving it so much. They was like, they were jumping out of their seats when they heard that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was. Bob Krasnow at the time was the president of Elektra. And yeah, he I remember he gave me a whole new deal after that.
Yeah, right. I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. And then you come with Straighten It Out as the second single, right? Which we know is talking about like bootlegging and stuff like that. But tell me about what songs came first when you're making this album? You know, like you don't remember the process of what was? I remember
making a bunch of beats being happy. You know what I'm saying? And just being like, all right, yo, use this. All right, let's use this. This. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just making beats, bro. Like, and then, you know, when the songs are done and we figure it out, we just kind of do the what you call you know how you categorize your songs and what's going to go first, all the way to, we had like 18 joints, and we chopped off records, and then we just started, kind of getting it, getting the album intact for Mecca. And then we did Main Ingredient, and the debate. All right, I'll wait.
No, come on. The debate, what?
The debate between Mecca and the Main Ingredient album was like, all right, people started saying like, yo, the Main Ingredient is more mature, like he leveled up, you know. And I felt like, to me, in my opinion, hip hop wise, Mecca and the Soul Brother does it for me. You know, for me too. Yeah. That was, and I think that's because you guys were still young, and it was, you know, once you start getting in the game and you learn shit and you see shit, you lose shit because you're gaining shit. You know what I'm saying? See, with Mecca and the Soul Brother, I wasn't big on like hip hop R&B for us. Like, I wasn't big on it. Like, I was just on some hip hop grind. I just want to do funky, you know, you know what I'm saying? And then with Main Ingredient, you know, the label was like, yo, we need a radio friendly John, blah, blah, blah. And so I started learning how to do those kind of records right then and there when we started doing Main Ingredient, and listening to a lot of Teddy Riley records and a whole bunch of R&B joints, and say, you know, just take a little hip hop drum and play R&B on it. You know what I'm saying?
That was the label's influence. Okay, I got you. But before you even did Main Ingredient, you were doing, you guys were on like soundtracks, like Menace to Society. There was a quick in between. But before you even go into that, you get the call to do Just Amend, the remix. How did that go? Okay.
Yeah, because the remix game was getting hot.
Right.
And so the label was like, come on, Pete, we need to remix it. Everybody was coming at me for remixes. So when they said y'all, I was like, ooh. So then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yeah, because I was a fan. Number one, your first album, Krazy. And then I said, all right, bet, let me do the Just Men joint. You know what I'm saying? It ended up doing that, and that was crazy. I did that one quick too. Like,
did you?
Yeah, I did that one quick. That's when I really had the hang of making beats, and I was like, and I, had some knowledge of jazz records and some things I was using, and I was like, oh, this will sound nice with this. Well, let me try it. Do this to sound nice, and then boom, 10, 15 minutes, the beat is done, and I'm flying to the studio to do it, and hoping that y'all niggas like this shit.
Did we like it? We loved it. We loved it. We loved that record.
I was like, yo, this shit is funky. I was like, I hope they love this, man. I love this, man. You know what I'm saying? I was going crazy.
Right.
And then when I got the word, I was like, oh, let's go. Let's go. And then y'all came at me again with hip hop for the hip hop.
You already know. And I'm to this day kicking myself like, why didn't we do an original? Why didn't we fucking park outside your crib?
I know.
You must have been busy, Pete.
I was, but I used to say that to myself, like, damn, we gotta do a joint. You know what I'm saying?
Like, why didn't we?
And do a joint.
Yeah, don't blame me if you ever.
I was young and I was just loving the fact that my name was getting known doing this. You know
right. But what got you? What was your first remix record, Pete, that got you?
Oh, probably Johnny Gill. Johnny Gill, Rub You the Right Way.
Okay. I was gonna. Okay.
The R&B remix, the R&B hip hop remixes is what got me doing. That's what it was,
Got your name ringing?
Eddie F used to do those kind of records, and I was down with a production company called Untouchables that Eddie F formed, and so they were doing that type of stuff, and I was down with that, and I would just add my little, shit in there, and that's produced, remixed by Eddie F and the Untouchables, Pete Rock, and it said our names on it, and then featuring CL Smooth, and that's how that started with the hip hop R&B stuff. Because Hev was actually doing it after Big Time album.
Okay. And then, so you was with the Untouchables, and then that's how it, because at one time, Pete, you already know you're the go-to guy. You know what I'm saying? You're the go-to.
I was the go-to man.
Yeah.
Back then. I admit, yes.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Did you get burnt out at any point? Like, because Pete, I have a lot of shit that you've done, bro. Were you ever?
Yeah. Sometimes you get tired, man. And then you're dealing with all them kind of personalities, and brother used to act one way and don't act the same, and you're going through jealousy, envy, street shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you be like, man, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I had a moment like that.
All I know is when I heard the Just Men remix, P, I was in the conference room and they're playing joints. I'm like, nah, that's not it. They play another one, a remix. I'm like, that's definitely not it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You wasn't the only one that submitted stuff. They had put the word out, because that was the thing. Remix.
So I was competing against people not even knowing it.
P, you was competing, bro, and you smashed them, because as soon as the first thing came, I was like, wait a minute, what is that? Okay, sat up. I'm like, what the hell is that? What sample is that? I know it's a while ago.
To the hip, the hop, you don't stop.
We talking about that. Now that
we talking about Just Men?
Yeah.
Which sample you talking about? You mean the horn?
Yes.
Oh, that horn. I can't reveal something, but that, man, listen, that's some good. That's a good jazz horn. That horn. Oh, see, all right. When I was making that, right? I had the bass line already and the drums, right? And when you're looking for something else, I just had this record sitting right there, and it was just like, let me just see if I could find a horn or something. And then I found more than a horn. You know what I'm saying? So I was like playing with that and sampling little other little things, a little sound there. And when y'all rhyming, there's a sample going. That's the main loop. You know what I'm saying? And then I put the horn in. And then when I put the horn in, I was like, whoa. Yeah, I listened to that beat for like 3 hours straight before. Yo, it was crazy.
Oh,
I was listening to that. I came home listening to that shit. And then after I did it, I was like,
incredible, right? Yeah,
I said I don't think people gonna understand what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, both the remixes you did for us, Pete, changed our lives, man. I know it changed your life, but it totally, that real hip hop and Justin, man, forget about it.
My excitement, I think, helped in making those remixes dope, bro. Because I was like, dasefx, I gotta prove something. Everything was like, getting in the ring. I gotta fight somebody and knock them out, bro. That's how I felt, bro.
And you know what made me super hype when I heard your vocals on the ad-lib.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy to me. I'm like, oh shit, yes. And he's on the fucking ad-lib.
For it a lot. It was like, yo, do the ad-libs, kid, do the ad-libs. And then sometimes I'd be like, I would like to always do things sporadically, not keep doing it, and then people get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just do something here and there. But it was a signature thing for me. So I was jumping on a lot of records doing that. Then I stopped for a little while.
Speaking of signature things, I noticed you start a lot of your records with another record in the beginning. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I did. Nowadays, what I'm doing now recently, I've just let the beat come on, but or I'll have like an intro and then the beat comes on. But I used to have the interlude thing. It would be either before the beat and after the beat, or both, or on some records, or like that.
Who that was just you? Like, you know what? Let me not jump in and give it all away.
Me having fun. I ain't get that from nowhere. I just kind of just said, let me do it. Let me try something.
And you know what I noticed too a lot is you sample a lot, which we did too, of biz. You sample a lot of biz.
Oh yeah. Scratching and sampling Bismarck. That's my man, man. That was my man. He used to come to the crib, man. We used to in the basement. I got this tape of us A to B side where I'm throwing on beats and he's just rapping to everything. And I'm cutting and scratching, playing the drum machine. I can't wait to find this cassette.
Yo, Pete, which one do you like better? Justin Man remix or Real Hip Hop remix? I always want to ask you that.
Wow. That's a hard one.
Is it?
That's a hard one. It's hard. I like...
Come on, give me one.
I like them both, but I'm a lean on Real Hip Hop. I'll lean on Real Hip Hop.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
because people don't. If you're listening to Justin Man, the beat, it's a good beat, but people won't get it as much as they get Real Hip Hop. What y'all saying on it? You know what I'm saying? The name of the song and then the excitement in the beat, all that stuff.
Yeah. So you like Real Hip Hop better?
A little bit. Yeah. I think it's more. It jumps out a little more.
Yeah. And then you was cutting your ass off on Justin. You was going in.
You don't. Do something like this. Something like hit it.
On the jibber. Those drums hit your soul. Those drums hit your soul.
Drums. Yeah, they was rocking. And then, that's how I learned how to kind of put like undertones under the drums, you know what I'm saying? With like other shit to just bring the beat out more. You know what I'm saying?
Incredible. All right, Pete. So listen, you guys are doing you. Why didn't you bring in a lot of other producers on your own projects? Because you just had it and before you know it, you were done?
You know what? That's a good question. I never even thought about that. I used to love other people's beats too. Like, damn, I wish I had that beat. And I would just try to make something, I'm competitive. So when I hear something, I want to make something a little bit iller. And so, to me, that's just basically how I used to roll. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Just roll. That was just part of hip hop and the procedures I took.
I got you.
You know
I
what I'm
got
saying?
you. I got you. So listen, 90 what? 3 rolls around, and then you get a call to do one of the bangingest records and with one of the biggest groups of all time, Run DMC.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah, and of course you killed it again, and you rhymed on it. I was like,
a lot more rappers was alive around that time. Fife, Eazy-E, they was in the video. You know what I'm saying? Criss Cross, homie from Criss Cross. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
How'd you get the call?
Def Jam, after doing Shut 'Em Down. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
After doing Shut 'Em Down, Running them called me. Jay.
Okay.
Jay was like, Jay came to the crib. Jam Master Jay came to my house, from my mother's house, rang the bell and said, yo, come on, let's go do this. And because the basement was next door at my homie's crib, because I did a party over there. Long story short, I did a party over there and just left my stuff over there. And next thing you know, I'm over there with all my equipment and I'm making beats over there. So when Jay came over, I went over to the basement and we started working on Down with the King, bro. And he was telling me like, yo, do this drum pattern. And I did it, and then he started messing with it. He started messing with it, with the beat, stopping it, record again. And I was just like, yo, erase what I did. Now you do the beat. And so the metronome going tick, tock, and he's making the beat pattern. And then I said, all right, let me do the rest. And that was it. That's how we made it, right? That's how we made the beat. And so once we made the beat, we got in the studio and did the joint and played it for Russell. And he was a little iffy about it at first. They all was. Yeah, believe it or not. Yep. And Jay was like, yo, don't worry about it. It's gonna be all right. We doing this. And then the next thing you know, I'm mixing the song, comes out, goes #1 with a bullet on Billboard magazine.
That's crazy to show you that record execs don't know shit.
Unbelievable, bro. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. Really?
Pete, a deaf man can hear that record is gonna be a smash, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
That shit was amazing. And I'm talking about, these are my idols. Like I used to buy their record, every single thing they did. 12 inches. When the albums dropped, I was in the record store, man.
And that's
Sucker MCs dropped. I lost my mind. I didn't know what I was hearing. I was like, yo, that record with them dudes rhyming on it. I gotta find that shit. It's too funky. I gotta. And it was just a drum beat. It was just a drum beat with claps.
Wasn't it one of the simplest beats of all time?
It's not even a hi-hat in it. It's not even a hi-hat in it.
Go ahead. You talking from a producer's perspective.
Come on, my dude.
What the fuck was that?
The Roots, Kool Herc, man. Come on, man.
Right.
Big up, man. Big up to that man, yo.
You already know I gotta holler at the homie, like, yo. Cause that changed that song did it for all of us.
Yes.
It opened us, it turned the song like
you guys were in the video too. Yeah, you guys were in it too.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Yeah,
and Eric Sermon and Redman.
Yeah. That was their comeback. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like
it was their comeback. It was their comeback album because the previous album didn't do so well.
Right. And
so he got with me, he got with Q-Tip, and I don't know if Large Pro did something on it, but yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was in the zone too, Pete.
Run DMC, bro. That's a big deal, man. You know, shout out to DMC, Run, rest in peace, Jam Master Jay, bro. He worked very closely with me, side to side, and made sure that this record happened. It was really sad. When he died, it was just like, damn, man. Blow after blow after blow.
I know, the fucking game, right?
Yeah, shit is crazy, man.
Wow. So you doing Run DMC, right? You got the lead track, basically, right? And then shortly after that, now talk to me. How?
Oh
When?
man, that was 1994. Pro
Yes.
came to me, he's like, yo, I got this dude, fam. Yo, you gotta hear him. And so when he played something for me, it wasn't nothing that was done already. It was just him rhyming over something. And then went back to the grill was made. I heard that and heard that rhyme.
Okay.
And then brought back to the barbecue. And then Paul was like, yo, I'm putting together this album, man. I'm gonna need you for this. And he introduced me to Nas, and then had Nas come to Mount Vernon. And once he got up there, we got in the basement and I played a couple of beats. And I already had that beat made. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make it in front of him or none of that. I had it made. I had disc. I had a lot of disc. I had beats. And so I was playing the disc and found that one. And when I was going to stop it and play a next beat, he was like, no, chill. You know, when people hear something they like.
I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
He was
I'm
like,
one
nah.
of them.
He was like, let that rock. And so he's bopping his head and everything's working. And then he comes up with the hook. He got this book of rhymes. Like the whole book was full, back page, front page, full of words. And
okay.
He opened it and, he was like, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, then he asked me, I want you to sing this part on it.
You was like, well, who are you talking to? You was looking around like, who the hell are you talking to?
You know what I'm saying? But, it's something about my voice, I guess. But I ain't no singer. I rap and I talk a little bit, do ad-libs and shit like that, but I don't. But it worked out, bro. You know what I'm saying? I did it. You know what I'm saying?
He literally, Nas was like, yo, I want you to sing Whose World Is It?
Yeah, he wanted me to
Word.
do it. Yep.
Why the hell he didn't do it?
I have no idea.
It's not like you were walking around the studio singing, right?
I think it's, you know what it is? Like, it's a certain aura that we carry with ourselves in the Black community. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's like something, it's just when you want it raw, or you have your idea, and it's set in your head how you hearing it and how this is how I would like to hear it, then that's how it's done and how it comes out. It came out amazing. It's an amazing song. Amazing song.
Pete, is that the biggest record that you've done? Accomplishment wise, is that your biggest? Because that's a huge record, bro.
My biggest, one of the biggest, I think.
What's bigger than that?
What's bigger? Maybe what's more sentimental is probably T.R.O.Y.
Okay.
You talking about music-wise, bigger. Musically, I believe T.R.O.Y. is bigger, but World Is Yours is more like, it's so much, it's Scarface. It's, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On some hip hop shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a huge record. I mean, T.R.O.Y.'s a huge record, but it's Nas. It was, the whole song. I'm like, wow, I wonder if he feels like that is T.R.O.Y. to you is your signature record? Is that your signature record? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's your
that
signature
horn is
record.
Unmistakable. You'll never forget that horn, ever.
And then Pete, you start doing like, unfortunately, the breakup happens with CL Smooth and you, and then you now start working with, which I thought was crazy. You start working on your own stuff, right? And then you're able to work with a lot of different artists. That must have been an interesting time for you, no?
Well, I got signed to Loud Records, so Loud had a lot of dope artists on the label. And so that was like, once I got in, it was like family, you know what I'm saying? And, when I make beats, I put my best foot forward, at least, and you had Woo, you had Mob, you had Cellar Dwellers, you had Davina, who else? There was so many dope people on that label, you know what I'm saying? And the connections that Steve Rifkin had in the game.
For sure.
And how everyone kind of just, Big Pun, You know what I'm saying? Big Pun. I used to go to his crib, you know, in the Bronx.
Because you worked with Pun on one of your joints. Pun is on one of those joints, you know.
Yeah.
Is he on the Survivor album?
Yes.
He's on the Survivor album.
Yes,
that album, if you haven't heard that album and you're rhyming on the album, you have other people rhyming on the album. If nobody
that album, I'm self-conscious about with the rhymes, because I know I could have did a better job.
Really?
Me personally, my own personal opinion, I felt like I could have did a way better job. But maybe certain things came out okay. But I'm being my own worst, critique.
As we are.
My own. Yeah, you know what it is. You know when you do something, you're like, something creeps you out.
I thought the album was dope, though. I don't care what nobody said. I don't care what nobody said. It was, it's one of, what I call you? I call you DJ Khaled before DJ Khaled, because that's essentially what Khaled is doing.
What's funny is I met Khaled back in the 90s back then. He was just a DJ back then.
Okay.
And he humbly came up to me, asked for a pic and an autograph. Like, I was cool with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, bro. Take a flick. You know what I'm saying? Hit someone in the ass for not being nice to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Countless stories of people doing shit like that, killing themselves. They know who the person today is going to turn into tomorrow.
Exactly.
So that's the whole learning experience. But for those who don't know, the Survivor, you got mad rappers on there. I mean, Pun is on there. Let me see. You got Raekwon on that album. You got Inspector Deck, Corrupt, Meth, OC, Peter Guns, Large P, Coogee Rap, Ghost. Yeah.
That was just like everybody just wanting to be on peterock beat.
A peterock beat.
Right. I always wanted. I used to get stories when I got signed and met Wu and them. They sat me down, bro, and start telling me stories about what Reminisce did for them, and me and CL and Straighten It Out. And they really love Straighten It Out.
We all love Straighten It Out. I don't think there's a human being that don't love Straighten It Out.
Yeah. And so that was like the marriage there with Loud, and then all the rappers. Just it was crazy. It was because that was fun being on that label. That was fun. You know what I'm saying?
Let me jump into real quick with you, Pete. The whole you've worked with Kanye. And you were on the album, is it the Twisted Fantasy, Twisted Fantasy?
His name is Ye now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's not Kanye anymore.
Really? Oh, he's doing a puff on us.
Yes. Well, it is. I love Ye. You know what I'm saying? I know people have their opinions on him, but musically he's intelligent. I've had conversations with him, intelligent ones, and I like him.
I heard he said he said he's the new you in a rhyme one time. He said he's the new Peterock.
In the Slum Village record he did. I ain't take no offense to it, but I'm just like, damn, I'm still alive. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fell off nowhere in the sewer somewhere. Rotting.
Right,
I'm still making beats. Hot shit.
Right. You know how it is in hip hop. A lot of us don't know how to communicate, even though we're rappers.
But the egos jump out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? With him a lot, but I had a little bit of an ego, but it was with my hands. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And then you do Runaway, which is the second single, right?
He sampled my drums. He sampled the drum pattern that I made, sampling this drum break I chopped up, and I used it on Mecca and the Soul Brother as an interlude, and he took that and used it for Runaway.
So you're just chilling out the blue, and then Kanye or his peoples get at you and like, yo, Kanye want to rock with you?
Yeah. He just reached out. And why? It was fun. I met Kid Cudi, Rick Ross, John Legend and his wife, and his cousin Ricky. We got in his brand new Porsche, sticker still on the window, didn't even drive it yet. Asked to go, if you want to go for a ride. We get in, he starts the car, we get to the highway, it's on 0. In a matter of 3 seconds, this thing went to 65, 70. And you know, when you watching TV and you see one of them, and you see somebody do this when they pull off in the car, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Whoa. That's what happened. Shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And we got pulled over by the police. And he let us go. The cop let us go.
Because
Kanye was like, yo, I'm just trying out my new car, it's a brand new car. Sticker's still there. You know, cop was like, all right, just chill, man. Slow down, man.
Wow.
Real story right there.
Wow. Yeah. Two hip-hop legends in the car in Hawaii.
It was me, Kanye, Kid Cudi, and Ricky in the car.
What kind of Porsche he had?
The new one.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah, doing it, huh?
I can't even explain that car.
Wow.
And it had room for all of us in there.
Is it cool working with Kanye in the studio?
Like, yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it's fun.
He's a student.
Dope. You know, I ate breakfast every morning down in his kitchen. He has the buffet and cooks and stuff. And when you go down in the kitchen, you see just this big table full of food. It's like a buffet, like you in a hotel downstairs. Wake up in the morning, you go to eat breakfast.
Is he picking? Like is he picking your brain though? You know?
Yeah, in the studio.
Yeah, he's picking your brain.
He's telling me like about the interludes. He learned a lot from sampling the interludes. He used to rap to him and stuff like that. And we talked about a lot of hip hop, a lot of stuff I did, stuff he's doing, stuff we want to do. You know what I'm saying?
And then Pete, at one time after that, then you started doing what I thought was cool because I rhymed over some of the beats myself. Your peterockclsmooth, your peterockclsmooth.
Yeah, I started that. I thought, you know, I said, hey, you know what, man, there's a lot of leftover beats here. You know what I'm saying? Let me do something with them. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically how that happened.
You just start throwing shit together and putting it out.
Just putting beats out there. I feel like nobody would normally rap to. Just some shit that they would listen to or vibe out to. You know?
I know. Like on you, because you just said, you know, the R&B thing was kind of, you know, you could take it or leave it basically, but
it worked. I can't front on it. It worked. I'm not, you know. And then after a while, I didn't care. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was just now it's like it's a doper way to do it. And that's okay. I found a way.
Yeah, I think when I listen to your albums, you know, because you have a joint you did with what's her name? Leela James.
That's my homegirl.
Yeah.
Shout out to Leela James. She dope.
Yeah, exactly.
She could sang like S-A-N-E.
Right. Right. Yeah. So when I heard that joint, I'm like, okay, so Pete, he definitely, you're not just a hip hop dude, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
you a musical dude, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, do you play anything? Or
nope, but I know chords and I know what I want, and I can tell a player, hey, play this in this key.
Okay.
I can do that.
Okay.
But I don't know how to play a keyboard.
Okay, and then you come out with New York's Finest after your one of your peterockclsmooths, right? You dropped New York because you were going back and forth. You're doing instrumental albums, then you're doing compilation albums, basically.
Yeah, compilations. Yeah. I always wanted, you know, it was the talk thrown around. So I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do one, let's do a dope one. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just use everybody and just have them rapping over Pete shit. And see what that sounds
which is smart. And because on New York's Finest, you got you leveled up because you got Jimmy on there, you got Styles P, Sheik, Luch, you know, Red, Raekwon, Master Killer. Yeah. I love those albums.
That album was real. It was different, you know what I'm saying? And it was a different take, you know, on it was street. It was basically street. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to it, I had Rel on there. I had Lords of the Underground on there. A couple other, you know, people. My man Doo-Wop. And yeah, all the people you mentioned. Max B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Max B was Max B.
you've done I think it's how many Peach instrumentals? You have 2?
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on the 4th one now.
No,
4th.
you're not on the 4th one.
Yeah,
Pete,
4th one.
Pete, yo, Pete, there's so much information on you out there.
Peach Instrumentals 3 was done with the band that I have, Pete Rock and the Soul Brothers.
You have the Pete Rock and the Soul Brothers, and your bass dude is
Mono Neon.
Which is?
He played on Peach Instrumentals 3, and we've done like shows, and like, you know, he's dope. Like he's somewhere else with that guitar.
And
you know
people don't know that's James Brown's people's. Prince's people's. Yes. Correct. Yeah. Yes. How'd that happen? You're Pete Rock and he just knows who you are? Through a friend,
through Daryl Jones, my drummer, he actually hooked us up, and he knew him and brought him in. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hell yeah, bring him in. And he's the type of dude, like, cause I play bass too, but not the guitar. I play bass in my head and on the drum machine.
This guy
but,
in his head.
And so I steadily, as a producer, these are things that we do. We humming all the time in our head. So I'm a guy that hums bass lines a lot in my head. And so when I interpret that to Mono, he has no problem. And I'm like, yo, he just did what I said. This is crazy. He's ill, man. He's ill, man.
You guys,
he catches on like really quick and fast. Is one of the things I enjoy working with him. You know.
Do you guys move around and do shows?
We haven't been lately. But hopefully if everything changes and opens up.
COVID, right.
Yes, we could move around and you know, make people happy.
Yeah, I think you could do a whole set with special guests like myself, you know, dasefx. We come out, we do, you know, I see a whole crazy set for you. You know, you could, which you already know because you've worked with so many people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, I'm still passionate about this shit. I still love it regardless of what's going on. You know what I mean? Like musically, I love this shit. You can't stop nobody like that. You know what I'm saying?
What was your relationship with Jay Dilla? How do you feel about, you know,
that was my man.
Yeah, right.
That was my little man. That was my man. And when we met, he showed me beyond respect. You know, I stayed with him for like a week in his house. And his mom's was cooking for me and everything. And they told me, he was like, yo, man, you can sample, you could fuck with all of my records. Make beats right here. That's why he showed me the SP and where he do the MP, where he be sampling all his ill, making his beats and stuff. And then we ended up doing Once Upon a Time for Slum Village. We did one different version first, then we did another version, and then, you know, and then Jay Dilla remixed it. So, but his remix sounds same to my normal version, the original version, the second version, not the first version, the second one. And so, you know, and that's how that happened. And then threw it on the album. I rapped on it, did scratches.
Jay Dilla was my man. That was a bad man right there.
What?
Yeah, right.
What? Well, I used to look at him like, damn, where you come from, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, where you come from?
What's one of the most favorite joints of yours that he did?
Everything. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, Jay Dilla is that dude, man.
Wow.
Everything he did. He just re-energized me in a way.
Did he?
You know?
Did he?
Yeah. Wow, his music is that. You know, music is powerful, bro. It's really powerful, man. You could, you know, if you want to get deep, you know, a lot of the musicians that were political, fighting for freedom and for a lot of what we're doing right now, and able to do it because of them, you know, they took a chance, bro.
You know, that's funny you say that too, because I'm just going back to some of the Pete Rock CL Smooth records. CL was talking some stuff. he wasn't really talking bang, bang, shoot 'em up, selling drugs. He was more talking like, like ghettos of the mind and shit like that. He was
what happens. He was talking about experiences and what happens.
Yeah.
In tight situations. If you're a street nigga, if you witnessed some shit or you just got caught up in something out of nowhere, these things we saw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Growing up.
For me, I call that real hip hop, because I call it, I think that's like he's reporting on what he sees. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, The Message was one of those records like, this is real hip hop. They're talking about, you know what I'm saying?
That was the start of it. That was the start of it right there when you speaking you talking your hood shit and you speaking shit that you seen growing up in the hood. The Message was the record that started that type of shit. Yeah.
And another record was Anger in the Nation that you guys
Anger in the Nation. That's where we all that blueprint come from Flash Chart.
Yeah,
it's funny that you mentioned that because that we use that song lyrically as a blueprint.
Yeah, I'm definitely, if and when I ever get back in the studio, I gotta put that on the wall and say, let me emulate that, because to me that is real hip hop.
Yeah, my battery's gone low.
All right, so let me wrap it up real quick with you.
No, Pete, I'm just letting you know we could talk until it ends.
Okay. What you got going on now, Pete? Talk to me. Before you even do that, you guys have been compared to like Gang Starr in terms of the same kind of setup. You got the MC out front, the DJ in the back. The DJ is real known. How's your relationship with Preem?
Oh, it's cool. That's
one of those. Brother. Yeah,
my brother. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Everybody's chill. We do what we do for hip hop, for the culture, bro. You know what I'm saying? We love what we do. And, rest in peace to Guru, man. And that was my man too. You know what I'm saying? Like we hung out a few times,
Yeah, us too. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But what you were saying, you got everything going on. I know you got an artist, you got a lot of stuff. Talk to me.
Now. Well, I have a few artists, but I got one that I'm pushing out right now. His name is Peace Beloved Amir. His real name is Amir, but he goes by Peace Beloved.
Okay.
And you see him on Instagram. He's AMXXR. And we got a mixtape out called 21 Grams. We did an album called Dope Boy Soul, which we finished. It's done, artwork, everything. And working on this to close a deal. And then boom, that's coming out next year. You know what I'm saying? And then Pete Instrumentals 4 will be out like November.
So yeah, okay. Yeah, because I was up to 3. I was like, I know you got 3 or at least 2. Yeah.
I posted Pete Instrumentals 4 like a teaser.
Okay.
But it's so much shit on my page. You gotta fucking dive deep and search for that shit.
Yo, the people would kill me. The people would kill me, especially my wife. She'd kill me and say, you didn't talk to Pete about Mary and the Reminisce remix, which is crazy.
Oh,
which was one of the craziest.
I didn't do the remix. That was just, that's something that I think Mary just wrote that song and said, let's remix it and use PRCL, Grab CL, put them on it. You know what I'm saying? That was smart. You know what I'm saying? And I was, I love it.
Yeah.
You know it's all. This is when I started to realize how the R&B people was getting down. You know what I'm saying? And so we was like, oh, okay, this is appropriate. And they used the horn.
Pete, you can sing. Pete, you can sing. Pete, you can sing. You can sing, Pete.
No, I can't. I am fine.
Pete could sing with the auto tunes. Yeah, you could put it out. Pete, you should do R&B, man. You should explore, bro. You should do pop. You should do all that.
I like playing around in the studio. So if something fits, I'll yeah.
And of course, we come from Jamaican lineage. No Jamaican records you trying to jump into?
That's the singers. That's who we love. Dennis Brown, bro. Come on, man. Hands down, bro. Barrington. Forget about it.
You've never done like a real like Jamaican record though, a reggae record?
No. I did one with Chip Fool on and Renee Novell on my New York's Finest album. I did a reggae joint.
You got homework, bro. I need you to get with like Super Cat, Barrington Levy, and one of them.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Buju. You and Buju? Come on, Pete.
That'd be nuts. I'm working, man. I'm working on it. I'm working on all that stuff to get with these guys, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put it out there in the universe because I know there's a lot more work for you to be done, Pete. And I just want to say, yo, I appreciate you getting with me on the Producers Podcast. You know,
problem.
I started this because for me as a rapper, I always hear the beats and I'm like, who the hell did that beat? And then I go and then I go chase the producer down. You know,
well, you got a lot of dope producers out here now. So
correct. Yeah, and I plan on talking to all of them. You know what I'm saying? And not even just hip hop. You know, we're talking R&B, we talking pop, we talking because music is music, and I just don't think a lot of producers get the light. They're, you know, people know P-Rock. People know P-Rock, but I'm talking about, you know, I just did Easy LP, you know.
Well, hard work pays off.
Correct.
I worked very hard.
Correct. But it's also a choice too. It's like some of these guys, some of you producers don't want the limelight. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys rather, you know. So it's just a way.
That was me. That was always me.
Oh, okay, really?
I mean, I rapped. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I got the bug. You know, I caught a bug. Yeah. But, you know, but before that, when you was asking me questions like, yo, what made you rap and why didn't you rap more? Is because I was always the background music guy. I always respected that.
And for Pete's sake, are you kidding me? That's one of my joys.
Here comes the rugged one, bust away. I flip it, I collect the loot, then I knock the boots. Smooth dark brother, preferred to be called a chocolate lover. I could do wonders undercover. I'm dip dope. I bind like Rizzo. I cleanse like soap because it's the great black hope. Stay away from the P now. You know what I'm saying? I could do the whole verse. On
that note, we're going to close the show out. One of the best producers of all time, Mr. Pete to the Riggedy Rock. Hey, yo, Pete, thanks for joining the show, man.
Crazy. Love you, bro.
I love you too, my Jamaican brother.
Yes, sir. Respect.
The Producers Podcast. Another one in the can.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for joining me on today's episode of the Producers Podcast, produced by my guys, Raj and Vic at the Creative Content Agency. I couldn't do it without them. Big shout out to them. If you like what you heard today, please share it with everybody that likes to hear about these kind of stories behind the beats with these amazing producers. Also, if you happen to be listening on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star rate and review. Also for the crew over at Spotify, you know what I mean? Please do what you do over there. Listen, follow me at my social site, you know what I mean? At Krazy Drayz. That's KrazyDrayz. Leave me some messages, leave me some questions, leave me some ideas. You know, I'm going to holler back at you because that's just what we do at the Producers Podcast. Hey, yo, once again, thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Peace.